So with that, that is the end of that scene. We will go to Orson. Orson's solo scene.
Do we have to?
Yes. So what you missed is that it's been the crews decided they were staying in Coolclaw for about a month. So what has Orson, before we go into your scene, what has Orson been doing for the past month, past couple weeks, really?
Just getting to know everybody in town and anything that might be worth writing my chronicle about and all that. And getting to know the ins and outs of Lord Scowl and what kind of cat he is.
Yeah, okay. So we're gonna start around the similar time as Dave's took place. It'll be about 2.5 weeks in. During one of your chats with Lord Scowl, I think he invites you for food and drink. It's not as lavish as the first time you guys went, but he does invite you maybe like once or twice a week just to chat and kind of get your perspective on the wood, what's going on in the woodland, and so you can write about his life and adventures. And he says,
"Am I writing a biography for him?"
It's up to you. You're the prominent
that would be actually kind of awesome. I think we're gonna roll with that.
Well, the first thing, as you're talking about this, the biography has not been mentioned as of yet. He says,
"Okay."
Orson, I have so enjoyed our chats. I had an idea you are a man of considerable writing talent. I think if you were to write perhaps a piece or something short about the success you and your friends, as well as the partnership of us, have found to bring peace and some form of prosperity to Coolclaw, and distribute it to other clearings, I think perhaps it would encourage.
Want me to write propaganda?
I mean, a positive newsletter, perhaps.
I like I see what you're going with here, Mr. Scowl. Or Lord Scowl, sorry.
That's just, Scowl's fine, you don't have to.
Oh, we're on a last name basis.
Well, last name, no title basis.
Okay. Any reason you have a particular motivation for this?
Well, as you know, the woodlands are in disarray. There is a lot of denizens that are unsure of where what they should believe in, who they should trust. Many feel hurt that the Eyrie, abandoned them, or their infighting cost so much death and destruction, and are unsure of us. We are a foreign party, Marquesade, and I think perhaps a nice piece about how we have found some sort of calmness here with us and the denizens could be very beneficial to us having a much more peaceful rule in coexistence with other clearings.
I like that, Lord Scowl. I think that'd be a great little piece to write. I am a man, an owl of chronicling, and I think this would be a great way to spread my name and your name too.
I agree.
As a traveling man of the world. So I will write your propaganda.
I do appreciate it.
It will be truthful propaganda.
Barnes. Actually, he just calls you Barnes because you're on a last name, no title basis. I appreciate that, Barnes.
Mm-hmm. I like pack that. What we're reading.
Yeah. It's just bread and soup. Okay, so you have that scene. It is now towards the end of the month after you guys all. Oh, Jack's gone. That's fine. We'll go filming. It is now nearing the end of the month you've been there. You've been staying at Hobbled Frog. I don't think you guys have, really discussed, at least openly, about, getting more permanent residence here. But at the end of that month, Lord Scowl summons you all to his keep.
Oh, David muted.
You see Poe arrive. He's wearing kind of a nicer black outfit, with like a kind of a makeshift tie. He's like, It's been a rough day. It was Pip's funeral today. I think, but the show must go on. You know what they say. Jeez, he was a good guy. What do we? Oh, Orson, you're here too.
I've been here the whole time. Chronically writing away in my study, aka the room behind the bar.
While you were gone, Tom, I had created a character, gave him an entire arc, blew both of his arms off, and now he's dead. All that happened in the span of a half hour.
He was a great character. He might come back as a zombie. I don't know.
It's a zombie.
His name was Jacques, but they called him Pip.
Pip and Po. Pip and Po used to say.
Apropos. I think we've been invited to Lord Scowl's Manor again, or what do we call it? Fort?
I mean keep, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a manor for sure. It'd be a keep or a fort.
Yeah.
It will be.
We've been invited once more to our generous Lord Scowl's keep.
Oh, okay.
Do you want to go?
Sort of. I mean, I'm on the fence, but I'll see what he has to say. Last time it worked for the people, so
It did. When they went with my plan, not yours.
Oh, hey, Ack!
We've been invited to Lord Scowl's keep.
Also, I didn't see you at Pip's funeral! Because... No, you liked him! He liked you!
I didn't we must move on.
I didn't want to be seen friends with his murderer.
Oh my god, what happened?
He blew himself up. It wasn't a big mystery.
But who's the murderer?
He was his own murderer.
You killed him, didn't you?
Poe was his enabler.
He just wanted to lead the revolution. He just wanted to lead the fucking revolution, man. He brings the energy that none of you bring.
People are dying, Oppo. For what?
Yeah, and you are all invited to the manor, and I assume you all attend after getting ready in whatever fashion you so choose.
Yes.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I have a very good relationship with him right now.
You and Orson both have very good relationship.
And I'm just here.
Poe's just that friend who also helps them sometimes. You walk in, and it's the same manor that now, or keep that now Orson is very familiar with, Jack's kind of familiar with. It's a converted town hall. There are weaponry. There are less soldiers hanging out than there were. It seems like the military presence has died down a little bit, not a ton, but it's less on edge than it was when starvation was such a big issue. And you are escorted back to his room, and just as you all sit down. Welcome back, Poe, Jack, Don.
How's he look, by the way?
He looks good. He looks
He doesn't look disheveled or worried.
No, he looks good. As I had told you about a month ago now, you had done good work for us, and I was going to ask the Mondacat if perhaps you could be commissioned for other work, and I was approved. So I am here today to offer you, if you are so interested, some more work.
We are. I think we're always interested in work. Now that the Scowl Gazette has gone out to the world, it's getting world renowned.
What does it look like? I didn't know it went out already. What does it look like?
I mean, it's what you said 2 weeks ago it happened, so I would have written it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know. At least on a newsletter kind of version.
Yeah.
It's a gazette, so it's like an old-timey, like early American newspaper.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
It's a zine at best. Don't get
It's
too
got a really
excited.
it's got a really nice as illustrated apple in the top right corner, and it says the Coolclaw Gazette on
Nice.
it, and it's just information about how nice you appear to be, like Lord Skull. So like it's good news about him, and just the piece, basically everything we talked about. I agreed with it, and so it's working out well, and I have nothing to report about like him.
I lean over to Jack. I lean over to Jack and just like, I hear owls have no gag reflex. It's how he fits Lord Skull's boot all the way in there.
I'm just gonna look at Poe and be like, look at that trash can. It's like full.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Man, Pip would have loved that.
We're into some more. We're interested to hear what you have to offer.
I'm gonna look at Skull. I'm like, I really never stopped working, did I?
That's very true. Sirius has told me about your invention, and we look forward to testing it.
You see Poe eating out of the garbage can. I never stopped working either.
He's not mentioned in the Gazette. Neither is Pip. Pip's funeral is not mentioned in the obituaries.
Obituary? None. Everyone's alive.
Everyone all lived happily ever after.
No one important has died.
On the subject of your creation, one of the jobs is there is a clearing a little bit away called Flowshank Marsh. It is a small town where the Erie and Marquis are fighting in actual open conflicts. It's one of the few places where actual war rages. We know, the three of you are not necessarily the fighters to go in and, secure a victory, but perhaps we would
that
think...
would have been Pip.
But perhaps if the three of you could go in and broker some form of peace, as long as Lemont receives ideally the land or intense compensation. It's the Marquis does not want to keep fighting openly on this front. So if you three could go out and quell that conflict, that is one opportunity that has been offered. The other is for Coolclaw itself. Supplies are, obviously we have enough to last for a little bit now, and we are working towards becoming self-sustaining. But a trade route would make massive strides towards that goal. There is a Riverfolk controlled island called Trader's Glen. And establishing a route here would be massively helpful. It is a small island off the east of this woodland. You would need to secure some sort of passage there, but if you could, we could obviously offer the Riverfolk amounts of fox steel, coin, perhaps some soldiers, but whatever you can broker as a trade to gain more food and supplies from them consistently would be helpful.
Really quick, are any of those two clearings the clearings that I was mentioned I should go to?
No, Six Toes Stand was the one you were mentioned. So there are now three.
Put that in my...
Yeah, so and we'll talk about this too. So in this game, there aren't, this is mainly a game about you guys as a mercenary group and about the woodland itself. There's not necessarily one plot point you have to follow. There's no this is the main quest, these are side quests. So any of them are viable. It's just what you want to do with different factions, as well as what you want to do for your own money and story choices. As well as the ones being offered, there's always the opportunity to anyone can anytime be like, oh, I want to figure out where the lizard cult is because I hate them. And ask around. Orson can use his abilities about the woodland, and you can pursue that too. So it's not necessarily you have to do any of these things, but these are the three currently being offered by what you've done in the story.
I want to go to the Riverfolk because they're so cute.
Oh, they are. That's the second option, right? The trader folk.
I agree.
The same thing.
I agree with the Riverfolk, but because a trade route is a good idea.
Yes. Trade route would be fun. Does the river flow towards the place where the open war is happening?
No, they're not in the same direction. There is a...
Thought we killed two birds with one.
No, it's
a bunch of birds with a breaking of a dam or something.
We're two birds.
Oh shit!
You see Poe.
Oh my god!
Yeah, once again, this map, if you go to Discord, the map's not a 1-to-1, but we've established the. If you look in the map, the far east in the middle is where Six Toes Stand is. If you go up one and then to the bottom right one, that is where the marsh is. What it's called.
Oh, okay. So we could stop by
Marsh.
Six Toes on the way.
If you decide to, well, actually, that'd be. Hold on. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2. They're both 3 away, depending on which direction you go. Because remember, those 2 aren't connected by a line. So you'd have to cross forest and not a clear path to get there if you decided to do that. And it's so basically looking at the map, Fort William and Coolclaw, towards off of the map to the east is where the island is with the where Trader's Glen is.
I gotcha.
I think it sounds like we're all in agreement. We want to go trade route. Fuck your war, Skull. We're at your patsies.
We're not really.
No, I think it would be great to go to establish a trade route, especially with the Gazette in hand. We can talk about how great, trade has been here and how we got the Fox deal. I think it's almost like it was written for us to go this way, and much more preferred. By God.
Go any way you want, Hanson. There's any way, you're just gonna have different stories.
God is a big fucking mouse in this world. The big mouse in the sky thinks we should go. I think we should do it. I think it'd be great to do the trade route. That sounds fun. Sounds like a good day.
I will get a small wagon with a mount of foxtail to go with you, so you can as the beginning of the trade, as well as a little bit of coin, just enough for you to commission. Out of character. You guys have kind of 2 options here. He's going to give you either a small amount of gold so you can commission a boat to get to the island. However, you guys do have a lot of money between yourselves. You could buy a boat. It would almost tap you all out, but you are going to get paid after this mission. But you could buy a boat if you want one.
An out of character question. Do I have anything to add to
your money? Yes. You have another 2.
But guys, if we do commission a boat that somebody else has to drive or pilot, then that means Ty gets to make up a great new character that we can all fall in love with and kill.
Real quick, just like Pip.
If we're all gonna be out of character for a second.
I didn't kill Pip. I just made it.
Was I paid for the Gazette?
You actually didn't ask, but we can talk about that.
I did it for free. Fuck. Got exposure.
You did for exposure, basically.
That's pretty great.
You gotta ask.
Just saying, Ty has promised to make the best character.
That's true.
The expectation is enormous.
It's unfulfillable.
Literally, I will be disappointed with anything he does.
After Pip, nothing can beat Pip.
It's never gonna be safe again.
I just bought my own Pip.
I can't afford a boat right now. I just spent it all.
The kind Lord Skull has offered to give us enough money to sequester a boat.
Is it an old
vessel?
What boat? Which boat? Is it
we'll see when we get there. It'll have a great name with such an excellent boatsman on it.
That should totally be a reference to something else if you know what's good for you.
It's gonna change lives. We're gonna get 1,000 viewers just on this
the slow boat to Ottersville.
Slow boat. I was gonna say the Speedy Beady, but whatever. Go fuck yourself.
It was Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad's
Wild Ride.
That would be very good.
Anyway, I think we should rent a boat.
Yeah, I think that's.
Yeah, we don't need.
Why would we spend we're not gonna need a boat more than once. I could fly. I could just fly there. Or just fly. Because we don't have wings. We have fucking monstrous hands.
Are you staring his hands?
Why was I given these horrible hands?
Why, Mouse God?
Why more giant mouse in the sky? I should have said panda because you're wearing.
Yeah, it's true. I'm the big panda in the sky.
Yes. Sounds good, Lord Scott. We'll secure this trade route. What is the name of the place you want us to go to again?
Trader's Glen.
Trader's Glen sounds like a great place to trade to.
It does.
That sounds
named
perfect.
by the Riverfolk that own it.
Are they all adders, or they mix?
It's the same thing. Especially this faction more than others. The Riverfolk are a pretty wide mix. There are otters in there, and that is a large demographic, but it's anyone that wants to be a merchant basically comes to Riverfolk. a serious
Oh, that's
merchant
great.
that's not in town.
There's a lot of possum folk that become river folk down by the river. They trade trash. They trade trash down by the river.
Trash economy.
My grandpa piece of trash trader down by the river.
The possum of Wall Street.
His name is Popo.
Yeah, all the possum names need to be Oppo or Popopo or Opopo. just a very random version of just O and P. Opopo.
Scowl gives you 2 coin for this purpose, which is how much it's going to take to commission the boat, and kind of points in the direction of where the port is that's closest to Trader's Glen.
Who should we look for when we get there?
There's one boat that we work with pretty exclusively. You'll know what
You won't miss him because he's just so unique.
So you'll fucking love him the
just
most.
bleeding with charisma.
It's like My Neighbor Totoro. Like it's just a ship that shows up. Looks like
Hayao Miyazaki himself gets up.
It's a Hayao Miyazaki bus, as in it's a human that is also a bus, like the cat
Jesus.
bus.
It's got holes in it for windows. Oh my god.
Okay, you guys
We'll be
head
on
to the
our
port?
way, yeah, if this is all we need.
Fantastic. How are you traveling?
Did you give us a cart? I assume
Well, you have a card, so you have to take the card. Actually, yeah, you're probably going to. Is this in this? I hope it is.
There's no real reason to be stealthy this time. We're just trying to get to where we want to go.
Have we? So I know that last time we were like pushing the cart or pulling the cart. Do we want to house rules in a specific animal that is like a herd or what?
I feel like it should be some sort of bug.
That's what I was thinking.
Like a big beetle.
Or just like an animal.
It's a possum.
It's
a possum. I don't like this.
But it's a hyper realistic possum. It's not a cartoon.
It's like Goofy and Pluto paradox, where just like some animals are beasts of burden.
I would say,
but they're the exact same thing.
It would be a bug. I think it has to be a bug for it to work.
And it's being towed by an Australian possum.
For it to be not weird, it should be a bug.
It
should be a bug. They have no rights.
Either that or we make it like a pig. Like I said, I'm big on the pig thing.
That'll probably be pig character. I basically have to choose something that wouldn't be a character.
Well,
probably gonna be
boar.
Yeah,
I like the bugs. I like roly-polies.
Bugs is fine. Beetles.
I like roly-polies actually.
Big roly-polies.
I
was gonna say an ant because an ant can move along.
Fuck you.
Wait.
Ants are probably used too, but in this economy,
ants are gnarly, but roly-polies are adorable.
Yeah,
they're kind of like big bisons.
They gotta be lumpy. I said ladybug. But...
My cousin had a tapeworm.
Oh my god! not pulling his card.
Your roly-poly named Lumpy carries your card of foxsteel as you make your way towards the port. How do you all travel? Remember, the options here are traveling the path, which you kind of have to do here because taking the car through the forest would be very difficult. But you have to collectively decide how you're going to do it. At a relaxing pace, everyone would clear exhaustion. You would mark a total of depletion, and you get -1 to the roll. Everyone clears 2 exhaustion. You mark 1 depletion and 0 to the roll. Safely, quickly under the radar, you mark 1 depletion for supplies, +1 to the roll. Urgently, fast, everyone marks exhaustion, +2 to the roll.
I almost want to say relaxed.
Yeah, relax. We're just
you guys
establishing a trade route.
Well, it costs money to do that. It does not cost. You will heal up your mental tiredness, but it will cost money because you are using supplies.
Which we don't technically have at the moment. But so what was one that did more exhaustion but less depletion? Quickly? Was the quickly one that?
Urgently fast would be everyone marks 1 exhaustion. You get +2 to the roll.
I want to say that.
We could do that. Yeah.
Okay.
We just want to get there. We're so urgent. We just want to see this boat swaying that we've been told so much about.
Yeah, we're so excited to rush this.
Okay. So who is rolling? I think Jack rode last time, so it's either Orson or Poe last time. Unless I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure Jack did.
I think
I could also look up. I can find this out if I have to.
Oh my god. He's keeping record.
I don't want to roll. I am bad at it. I am so bad at
I
it.
think I rolled last. I feel like I rolled last time. What do we have to roll though? Where's my?
I think it's nothing plus 2 because it's not a stat. It's just you're rolling with whatever decision you're making for this.
Okay.
Yeah, so just 2d6, right?
Plus 2, yeah. Because of what you said. It's
I can
everyone
roll.
marked when
You
it's
guys want me to roll bars?
Yeah, do it.
I'll be the what's it called? Not the pilot. I keep saying pilot. The who drives a coach or cart? Just
The driver.
The bugman.
The bugman. I am the bugman. Okay, let me pull
I'm
up.
the
It's
walrus.
2d6. You said?
Yeah.
2d6. Oh, I
That's
think
great.
Fine.
Yeah, that's a 12.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get there fast.
And Lumpy dies. No.
I didn't know roly-polies had wings.
No, since it's a 12 plus, which I mean, you got a 10. That's very, very good. You get there very fast. I'm going to say one of you gets to heal one of your exhaustions. One of you gets to kick back as this is happening.
I'll
Yeah,
go
that
back to
makes
0.
Okay.
I was sitting in the back of the cart the whole time thinking about Pip.
Crying
Thinking about how he's in a better place now.
Hell.
Hell.
Animal hell.
He's leading the revolt from hell to heaven.
I'm gonna look at Poe and be like,
dying.
it's okay. There is no God.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah,
There is no giant panda. in
It's
this
a big
guy.
panda.
Oh, it's all an illusion. Okay. You arrive at the port. It is a very small port. There is a kind of ransackled shack. There is a makeshift dock, but there is a very nice boat. It is, I would say, slightly bigger than, moderately bigger than speedboat, smaller than a yacht is about where it falls. It has got 3 sets of sails. It is painted a nice dark blue color with white trim. And written on the back is The Blades Breeze. Is the name of the boat.
So it's not a
It's okay.
reference to anything. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't know what you mean, Oppo. Sounds great. It's going to be hard to say. The Blades Breeze. Is that our boat?
There's only one boat in the dock, yeah.
It is unique among all the other boats in this dock, for sure. Okay, well let's walk up to the ramshackle shack maybe and see if the person who runs the boat's in there. Or you said there was another place?
No, just the boat. There was a dock leading to the boat, and then the shack.
Okay, maybe we'll just go up to the dock and see who can help us.
Yeah, you walk up to the dock and you see someone is inside the shack. You can't make it. You just see a figure moving, and you think you hear some muttered talking on the boat as well. But you can't really make out either.
Ahoy! I say up to the boat.
Roll with charm.
He said the thing the pirates say.
Ahoy there, matey!
Yeah.
Look at it. What says this? But let's see.
It always says that.
It says 6 + 3 + what?
10.
10.
Yeah.
Good on you.
You yell ahoy, and you hear the voices on the boat go quiet for a second. There's a moment of stillness, and then the door from the shack is busts open, and you see a figure emerge. It is a figure clad in a very fancy red jacket with white trim, very furry. He has a hook on his left hand and a very ostentatious red hat with a crossbones on top. And his species is a crocodile. And he says, "Ahoy there, matey! Captain Chomp's at your service."
You did it, Ty. You did it.
Oh no, it is a reference!
Always a reference, Dave.
Poe breaks the fourth wall.
Poe's head explodes.
It is Captain Barbosa himself.